Hey guys, today's question is adding spaces to a string. In this question, we are given with a string s and an integer array spaces. Okay, so what you have to do at every element of the spaces array is sorted in increasing order. We have to add at that point we have to add a space in the given string. Okay, for example, the spaces is given as 5. So after 5 letters in this string, after enjoy, we have to add a space. So here you can C is the resultant string. We have a space between enjoy and your. After that, we have a value 9 in the spaces array. So after these 9 letters, enjoy your, we have to add another space. So we got a space here. And finally, after traversing both of the string, we have to return the answer string. Okay. So that's all the question says. Like in this example, input is Leetcode helps me learn, and spaces are at 8, 13, and 15. So this is the ninth character, and this is the 13th character, and this is the 15th character. So before all these characters, you have to add some spaces, add a single space, sorry. So here you can see the spaces are added, and we have to return this string which contains the spaces at the specific points that are given in the spaces array. Okay, same given in the example 2 and example 3. And like if we have a multiple spaces, for example 8, 8, 8, so we have to add multiple spaces at this point. Okay, we have to care about that. Now let's see what will be our approach. Is what we will do is we will make another answer string. Okay, and what we will do is we will simply traverse over this string, this input string, at any point when the I variable, the index at this string reaches the value that is given at spaces. Okay, so for example I reaches here, that is capital Y, which will be the fifth index. Okay, so I reaches at 5, and the value at spaces of j is also 5. So at that time we will simply push spaces into the answer string. Otherwise we will simply push the values that are in the s string. So we have to take two pointers I and j because spaces string is sorted. So I will be initially here at e and j will be initially here at the starting, both at 0 index, and we will simply change the indexes of I and j accordingly on the basis of the conditions. Okay, so let's code for that to understand more well. Initially, let's take both the iterables at 0 index and our answer string, which will be empty string initially. Okay, now we will simply run the loop. Now we have to run the loop. What will the condition is? We have to traverse whole of the string, and spaces are not after this point given in the constraints. Spaces I is less than equals to s dot length minus 1. So we will simply write I less than s dot size. Okay, I for this string. And now what we will write is if the current value, if I is less than, okay, we have to again check for the I because we are using a while loop again. And what I'll write is spaces of j is greater than I. I have to write it from this example. Like in the example, enjoy your coffee. So we have a space at 5. Okay, so till the fifth index I have to push all the values. So while I less than s dot size and spaces of j is greater than I, spaces of j is 5 and 5 is greater than I till this point, and we have to put all these points in the, we have to append all these characters in the answer string. So that's why I wrote this condition. And in this condition, we are simply adding the current character in the answer string, and we are incrementing I again and again. Now, else part, if the I reaches the value that is equal to spaces of I or less than equals to spaces of I, uh, I mean if the value of I is less than equals to spaces of I, in that case we have to append the spaces and increment the j pointer. Okay, so while j is less than spaces dot size. Again, if you are using a while loop, you have to again check for these conditions. And spaces of j, if it is less than equals to I. Okay, well, it won't be less, it will be equal only. Let's but not consider that. Answer plus equals to the space, and in that case we are using j, so increment j. Now one edge case is missing here. When I reach this 9, so this condition will never be true and this condition will never be true, and we will get time limit exceed because this while loop will never terminate. So when the spaces, when the j pointer is greater than equals to species dot size, in that case we have to put all the values in the answer string. Okay, so let's write another condition for that. This is a edge case. So if j is greater than equals to spaces dot size, that means we have taken all the spaces that were given in the spaces array, and now we have to only append all the remaining characters in the s string. Okay, so while I is less than s dot size, simply add the character to the answer string, so answer plus equals to s of I and simply I plus plus. Okay, now let's run this. Although we are using nested while loops, that doesn't mean that we are okay. We have to return the answer after the while loop execution. And also you can see we are using nested while loops, but that doesn't mean that the overall complexity of O of n square, because we are visiting any character only once. Okay, that means the overall complexity will be O of n plus m, where n is the size of the s string and m is the size of the spaces string. Okay, spaces array, sorry. Okay, so overall complexity of is O of n plus m. Can't analyze, but I have analyzed it before. Thank you for watching.